Hey everyone, it's Jakov, and I'm here today with a new video for the channel. Today's video being a Total War the Dawnless Days battle replay. However, instead of it being between other players, it's me against the computer, kind of showcasing what a bronze tier Easterling army will look like and a potential build you could do. In this battle, it's going to be me, as I said, leading the Easterling force against a army of Dale led by the computer. So yeah, we'll put it into slow motion, we'll check out both armies and we'll see the battle go on. So looking at the Easterling army, it is fairly large in terms of numbers for a starting army. That's because the Eastlings do tend to rely on numbers. So looking at the units, they've got a couple of units of Clan Huntsmen, so they're starting bronze tier archer. In the front line, they've got some of their Clan Axemen, which are their light axemen who also double as skirmishers, having the ability to throw javelins. Then we've got a couple of units of the Clan Spearmen, their starting spear unit. And then for a general unit, the gold tier Warlords of Rune with their massive Bardashas. I think they're Bardashas at least. Then for support, they've got a couple of units of mounted Clan Raiders, so a bit of mobility for the army all in all. And yeah, just more starting units. So a fair sized army, which does outnumber the Dalian force by a fair bit. And then turning to look at the Dalian army, they have a front line of a couple of units of yeomen, so their beginning archer unit. Then supporting the yeomen, they've got the rivermen, yeah that's it, the rivermen, which are a starting skirmisher unit. And then behind them, for mounted support on their flanks, they've got a unit of the Northman Scouts, so they've got their own little bit of cavalry. And then their front line is made up of the Spear Militia of Dale. So yeah, pretty basic army. And then for a general unit at the rear, they've got the Lake Town Guards. Now, while you'd expect me to know how this battle is going to go, given I actually played it months ago, so I'm actually not too sure which side won this battle. And then in front of their force, the Dalian army has positioned caltrops and the spikes and rocks, which, well, they are useful as a defensive strategy. I would have suggested putting them closer to their front line more so than anything else. I don't know, it doesn't really make sense to me to deploy them that far ahead of your line, although I may be wrong. Anyways, we'll press play and we'll see how it goes. So both armies begin to advance. Okay, that makes sense. They're not going on the defensive, they're going on the offensive too. And there we have it in the distance, the hill. And there comes the first unit. So the Easterling Clan Raiders move over the hill, trying to flank, which fairly smart. Which means that the Dalian force now has to respond. So they're pulling back, which makes you wonder why they advanced in the first place, but still, you know, the computer makes its moves. And then coming up, we have the bulk of the Easterling force. Thought for a second someone would open fire, but no, it's just a bird. So the yeomen are moving up, and now, I wouldn't say this would be a good idea to get into archery duel here, just because I believe the Easterling force, yeah, they have the height advantage, which means I'll be shooting down while you're shooting up. So yeah, as you can see, Daly in general doesn't seem too determined on what he's going to be doing. Is he going on the offensive? Is he pulling back? Who knows? I absolutely love these spear militia. They look so damn cool. It kind of seems like they're keeping a reserve back here, which, fair enough. Yeah, it's interesting. see, it's just moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now it's no longer a reserve. So I really don't know what's meant to be happening. In fact, we might even actually speed it up, potentially. Although, both forces getting this close, I have a feeling the battle's going to kick off anyway, so it's not really necessary. And if you're wondering why this Dalian army is larger than the Dalian army that I fielded in my Bronze Tier Dale army video, it's because I wanted to give a possible alternate build. Because not always will your armies be small, sometimes your beginning army might be a fair size, like this one is. And here we see more pulling back, more advancing, and more pulling back, more advancing. It's begun. The first rounds of archer fire have begun. And the clan spearmen seem to hail the storm quite well. Let's see. I have a feeling, yeah, they're going to start dropping now. Smart. Now the Easterling forces will go up a hill rather than down it. And the caltrops are slowing them down. Cavalry is remaining in the rear. And both sides archers have begun opening fire. And here we have it. The first clash of the battle. There goes down that Easterling. Cavalry comes in right into their front lines. I probably wouldn't have done that. Archers are opening fire. I probably could have used the skirmish abilities of the axemen better. And here they come, sweeping around. Clan raiders. I'm pretty sure they're going to go after the archers. And just like that, the Northmen scouts are very much pulling out of combat. And get there in time. Yep. Whoa, that dude got flown meters. Damn. So yeah. Now the remaining cavalrymen are coming in to try and stem the bleeding, which is smart. You may as well buy time. Although, in this case, buying time would be making it so that your archers could get out of there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're broken. Again, sorry for the lighting, by the way, if it seemed quite bad in the video. As I say, you know, television doesn't exactly have the best lighting for a Total War title. The archers have returned? Yep. The archers are providing range support. But now the Eastlings are broken out, and you can guess who they're going to be going after. They're going to hit them. Almost certainly. And do they get in among them? Yep. To their credit, the archers did try to turn and fight, but didn't do too much. Moving back up here. Yeah, now the Lake Town Guard are deploying. The Warlords of Rune have actually deployed, which is quite interesting. Yeah, and Clan Axemen are using their skirmish abilities to the best of their ability. Well, yeah. Bit of a redundant sentence there, but still, they're doing the best they can. Now the cavalry's free to run rampant. It's probably going to go after these guys over here, the yeomen. And so this is my one kind of issue with the mod, which is great as it is the whole general system, because it means that even in early game armies, you have really overpowered general units. Looking at the stats, I have a slight suspicion it's probably going to be an Easterling victory. Yeah, the survivors are running back in to join the fight. Over here, 8-town guards aren't doing too bad, but they're wide open to all these archers. The Eastlings can afford to lose men to friendly fire. I love how absolutely drenched red the ground has become. Now they're advancing, breaking up formation. But they're in trouble. The rest of the Eastern forces coming around. They're taking their time, they're exhausted, but still, they should be able to do it. Yeah guys, try and give me a backstory to how this battle occurred. Eastlings decided to launch a fairly large raid on Dale. Dalians decided to send out a small force, even a fair sized force to counter it, and said force was destroyed on the open fields of the east. I say that's a fairly plausible outcome, and there we have it. A decisive victory for the Easterling force. Anyway, we're going to end the replay, we're going to check out both armies and see how they did. So, looking at the Dalian force, more of them were deployed. Looking at the Easterling force, I should say, a couple hundred more Eastlings were deployed. They lost only 300 or so soldiers, with by far the bulk of their army surviving, like 4/5. Looking at the general unit, 251 kills, absolutely fantastic. 43 kills for these Clansmen, that's not too great. 93 for these guys, that's fairly alright. 27, it's a bit poor. 131 kills, very good. 186 kills, very good. 14 and 21 kills for the archers, they didn't do that well. And the Clan Raiders, 452 kills, absolutely phenomenal, MVP by far. Then looking at the smaller Dalian force, which lost pretty much almost all of their soldiers, only 100 of them surviving. The general unit, Town Guard, didn't do too bad, getting 110 kills. Spear Militia, they did fairly poorly, especially this one only getting 2 kills. Yeomen, 10 and 4 kills, it's quite poor. The Rivermen did well, getting 93 kills, I will give them props for that. And the Northman Scouts did quite poorly, only getting 45. So yeah, overall, the Dalian force didn't do that well, really. So anyways, guys, there we have it. The battle replay is over. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I know it might not seem like much to you, but with such a small channel, it is massively appreciated. Rest assured, more videos are coming up in the future, including more battle replay videos too. With all that said, this is your host, Jakov, signing out.